Hello, fellow card fighters. This is Blaster Mez, just giving you some quick news updates in case you're not up to date. First off is going to be talking about the Touken Ronbu set because it was pushed back for a sneak preview, so the sneak preview will be at the end of October. But the set release will be the beginning of November. That pushes it to be the week before the Vanguard Deleter sneak preview, which I believe the Vanguard Deleter set for the G Comic Booster will be getting. And then it's going to follow the week after that sneak peek. You will have the release for the Vanguard Deleter set on November 20th. So that kind of pushing it pretty close, but their reason for doing this is Bushiroad want to have every vendor to have their product on time for the sneak peeks. So that way there's no issues with anybody getting their sneak peek sets, which is a very good thing in my opinion that Bushiroad did. And of course, we know that December we're going to get the clan booster for Aqua Force, as well as the end of December we will be getting the Fighters Collection for this year at the end of the year. And there's one card I wanted to go over real quick, which is Queen of Transfiguration Sinclair, because this card for the Shadow Paladin Witch deck is going to be very problematic for people. Its ability is Counterblast 1. If you have a Heart Witch, which is not going to be hard to have, in name, and any number of your opponent's grade zeros is 2 or more, you can reveal 10 cards from the top of his or her deck, choose a grade 0, and then from among those grade zeros, Superior Ride it. Shuffle his or her deck into the end turn, and that unit will get the ability Counterblast at the beginning of the guard step of that battle. This unit was attacked, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose any number of cards from your hand, call them the guard circle, as rest. And at the end of your opponent's turn, choose one card from your soul and ride it. This is problematic because the fact that it turns your monster to a grade 0 when your opponent plays that effect. And secondly, it's going to be even more problematic because you know by the game's basic mechanics, you will not be able to guard with grade 1s or higher. You will have to pay for a cost of Counterblast 1 just to guard with grade 0s from your hand. So this is going to be such a very hard battle if you play against this deck. So you have to hammer this deck early and aggressively pile on damage. And at the end turn, you get to reset at least Superior Riding into a grade 3. You can do that as option. I will say it as problematic still no matter what. If you reset Ride into a grade 3, you give them the ability to stride and redo it again. So you either have to rewrite to a grade 2, force them to skip their stride. If they haven't Legion when they did this, now they're at least forced back that they can't perform Legion, but they can still probably make grade 0s using the rearguard abilities. If they're not active, the Vanguard must be in Legion ability. So be very wary of this card. And the next thing I wanted to go over is the ruling for deleted Stride units. So basically, I don't mean deleted Stride units as in the Stride unit. The G unit is deleted. Basically, striding over a deleted unit, because with the new deleter set, people are going to need to know this ruling. When the Vanguard is deleted by your opponent's card effect, when you stride that turn, as long as you, of course, meet the condition, you have a grade 3 unit, as your opponent has a grade 3 unit. Even if your Vanguard is deleted, once you stride, the unit that was deleted will gain its name and attack as well as effects back permanently until it gets deleted again. So this is good for everyone to know because players will be misplaying that effect if they're not getting caught on it. Or if they're playing the effect correctly and deleting the unit, their opponent may call it wrong and say you're cheating. So just to get that misconception out the way, a shredded unit is undeleted afterwards. Once it was deleted, once you stride over it, it will become undeleted. And this is also tingling with another ruling which I wanted to go over, which is for Reincarnation Dragon, Squire Dragon. Let me pull it up. Get it off Blaster Rapier Lola. Why isn't it going back? Let's see. There we go. Finger deleter. Alright. Here we go. Incarnation Dragon, Holy Squire Dragon. Now, besides the fact that Holy Squire Dragon is Squire Knight Allen turned into a dragon, it's the ability that when this unit is shrouded, you can, as long as you have a heart with Alfred's name, on flip a copy of yourself, you will unlock all your locked cards, and they gain the ability of during the end of this turn, until the end of this turn, during your turn, all your rear guards will gain 2,000 attack each. And then they will also get the ability, if you're on Generation Break 3, during this turn, this unit gets 3,000 power for each other rear guard. So the misconception will be that people will believe the Vanguard is going to get the ability that it gets plus 3,000 per rear guard. Holy Squire Dragon will not gain that attack. The rear guards that were unlocked and given the plus 2,000 attack will gain that. So it makes each rear guard into a mini version of Alfred that will gain huger attack. So if you have 5 rear guards on field when you play this effect, whether your units are locked or not, they will gain 2,000 attack plus an added 15,000 attack onto it. So that will be front rear guards as well as rear guard boosters. Now, they could have neutered this card's effect to being, oh no, only the front row gains this, that would have been fine too. But this is pretty freaking insane still. This makes the numbers that Sanctuary Guard Dragon make look minuscule, period. Because now you have units that are going to have columns. 2 separate columns that are going to be around 40k. And when they swing in, they're going to swing in hard. When the Vanguard swings in, depending on the deck's playstyle, it will be either a crit or stand variant. It's going to be bleeding your opponent's hand. So if they hit heavy crit and they just swing in with Holy Squire Dragon, because they're running the deck heavy crit, of course your opponent's going to guard it, but the rear guard's now going to get bolsters of attack plus critical. So regardless of whether you hit 3 critical triggers or not, at least a crit on each will make it much more harder for them to guard if they don't have perfect guards. So this is going to be a critical card to look out for, and I can't wait to get this card and play this deck. So hopefully everybody will remember the unit that is deleted, once it gets shrouded over, it becomes undeleted. If you're playing against or with Holy Squire Dragon, if you're playing against Holy Squire Dragon, or you're playing with Holy Squire Dragon, Holy Squire Dragon will be giving his ability out to other rearguards that are on rearguard circle for his clan. So don't expect to see him gain the attack boost. His attack booster goes to only his rearguards. And that's going to be definitely what you're going to most importantly need to know. Until then, this is Blaster Mez. I can't wait to get Holy Squire Dragon. And I think I'm going to put Holy Squire Knight Allen just to be funny. Signing out.